Name is Viggo Antonsen. I'm working here with the bus and taxi and sightseeing tours. We are in this town 2,304 citizens, but we are coming from 51 different countries. The road we are driving is the road that goes up till the only active coal mine we got left, coal mine number 7. And I should say about coal mine 7, 82 men are working here. Fantastic qualities on the coal, anthracite coal. Extreme qualities. They cut maybe 130,000 tons a year. 20,000 tons is for the local power station to give us electricity and warm water for heating the town, and the remaining about 100,000 tons goes directly to Germany and metallurgic industry there. I enjoy it a lot, and over the years I've been here, I've seen the development. When I arrived, this was a company town. The coal mining company owned pretty much everything, and the major business on the island was coal mining. But politicians and mining company decided to close down coal mining, and we should start with tourism. I'm not sure how many hotels we got in the town now, but maybe 10, and it's tourists coming the year through. So we have gone from being a company town to a modern town living of tourism. What I like most here is this combination of peace, quiet, no stress, and no crime. The best thing with the town is, as I see it, is no much stress. You don't stress this much with the clock and the mailbox and the full inbox, and you must answer all this and blah, 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 blah. That's a part of life I got behind me. I don't use it anymore. The seed vault, it's just a storage. And I understand there are storages for seeds on all 5 continents. It's lots of them today. But they all got one thing in common. The seeds should be frozen, so they last for a long time and the DNA is not destroyed. It's so popular that absolutely all countries are storing seeds here. And I understand also it's many good reasons. It's a political, stable area, far away from humanity, virus, bacteria. And on top of everything, it's also in permafrost. The ground is always frozen here.
My name is Heidi Vestra. I come from the east of France, from the French Alps. It's a very nice place. And my job is to be a glaciologist. So I'm kind of an ice doctor. Being a glaciologist, to me, is becoming a very important job. I feel that climate change has kind of put a spotlight on our passion and our profession. Glaciers today are reacting very quickly to climate change, and my job, my everyday job, is to try and understand how are glaciers moving, how are glaciers behaving, and most importantly, how they're reacting to climate change. What's interesting in this place in Svalbard is that the environment looks absolutely pristine. We feel really far away from civilization. But actually, the snow, the mountains, the glaciers here are feeling everything we're doing further south. So for example, when we pollute back in Europe, these fine particles that we're emitting can travel over really big distances. They can cover thousands of kilometers really quickly. And this pollution, well, it can come here. And every time it rains, every time it snows, like now, this pollution will be forced to come down to the ground. And what is happening is that even though the snow around me looks very white, if you look very closely, you might see some of these fine particles. And these particles, they're quite dark, they're quite black, and they will absorb the heat from the sun a lot more than the snow. And this will accelerate the melting of the snow and of the glaciers. So unfortunately, in the summer here, if you were to look at these two glaciers behind me, they will look very dirty. They look very gray, very black. And this is all caused by the pollution coming from much further south. What I really enjoy about being here in Svalbard is that this is truly ground zero for climate change. Things are happening extremely quickly here, and we need to have scientists here in the field to study what's happening. What I'm studying especially is understanding how these glaciers are changing their behavior in response to climate change. And there is still a lot of things we do not fully understand. And it's only by being here, by having this incredible access to all these glaciers, that we can refine our predictions of future sea level rise.
My name is Hege Giske. I come from a town southern part of Norway that's called Tønsberg. So I'm a Norwegian person that moved up here 7-8 months ago now. Yeah, and now I live at Svalbard. My typical day in Svalbard is getting up, having my coffee. All the greens and the vegetables needs to be watered, looked after, aired. So I normally come by here almost every day. And also we have delivery 3-4 times a week. So then we have to get everything ready for delivery. Bohlander Permaculture is a company that grows microgreens, herbs, and deliver that to the local restaurants. And our goal is to give the citizens of Svalbard fresh food instead of everything that will be taken up here by plane or boat. Bohlander permaculture is working in 3 different areas. We have the growing thing, that we grow the vegetables and the herbs and sell it to the restaurant. That's one part of it. And we also do a lot of recycling. We collect green waste, leftovers from the restaurant, and doing composting. So we have like this recycling thing going on. And the third part, that we also do tours. We have a lot of visitors and tourists and guests that really want to come and see what we're doing. We are having tours where people can come, have a look, have the story, and also a cooking class where I can cook together with Ben, that's the chef, to make food with the local ingredients that we have here. In Svalbard, we are so lucky that we have daylight. During the summertime, we have daylight 24 hours a day. So it's actually a perfect spot to grow things out in the dome. But during the winter period, we have 3-4 months which is completely dark. So we need special growing lights to give the plants and the microgreens the right environment to grow in.
My name is Jason Roberts. I was born in Australia, but I guess I would say I come from Svalbard. My job is quite out of the box. It's making documentaries for wildlife productions, both in the Arctic and Antarctica. So we only specialise in the polar regions with filming, basically. The early days was very much the possibilities, stepping out of your doorstep into the total wilderness and being able to explore one of the most amazing environments on the planet. And that's what kept me on Svalbard and made me interested in seeing other polar regions. The projects that we work on, of course, is different levels in size, and some of the productions are massive, some of the world's biggest wildlife documentaries, that the longest one taking close to 4 years of filming. Some other projects are very short, we sometimes do a shoot that's a 1-day shoot. We can choose what we work on, which we tend to do, to be honest. We can be picky, and we like to work on things that have got more of a educational and outreach perspective to them, and a conservation perspectives. We don't do reality TV, we don't do what I call Alaskan television. We try to do high-end blue chip wildlife, which has got to have a very, very strong educational purpose on the conservation side. For myself personally, I can definitely feel a change from when I first discovered the polar regions. On a personal level, I must admit I come to the remote regions of the planet for myself, for exploration, for adventure, to get more of it, my personal experiences. After doing it for so many decades, it's shifted. I don't need the personal experience. It's more the feeling of being able to do something good and have outreach and educate on conservation and protection of the planet's, amazing wilderness regions. And it's not only, I specialise in the polar regions, but there's beautiful regions on the planet, still untouched regions on the planet, and we have to conserve them for the future generations.
My name is Eriksen. I come from the east coast of Sweden. I work as a nature guide here on Svalbard, and I've done that for 1.5 years now. To be a guide today, today is a stormy day in the winter. So today a normal day would look like I come to work, pack a bag of lunch, and then I jump on my snowmobiles together with my guests and I just go explore. I have quite a long day. Normally it's 10-11 hours, and we spend at least 8 of those just being outdoors. So it's quite hard, but it's the best job you can ever have. The hardest part of being a guide up here is to combine the different characters that come up here. Sometimes it can be very hard to have 2 strong Norwegian guys from the northern part of Norway on a trip together with 2 people from Singapore, for example. They have never experienced the cold before, and they're just amazed by everything you do. But then you have to combine these 2 different expectations to make a great tour. So that's the biggest challenge, I think, just to combine all the expectations. But it's also the funniest thing about the job, to have this little battle every day. I think the most special thing about Svalbard is that it's very small and everything is very friendly. Like, I never ever locked my apartment, my snowmobile, my car. Everything is just open, free for everyone to take. But they don't, it's like very friendly. But I think also a lot of other people come here. A lot of weirdos, I would say, come here. And all of a sudden, all weirdos are gathered at one place and everyone is normal. So it's a really nice place in that way. Everyone can be who they are, they don't have to pretend, and that's what makes this place very special.